right, hey guys, it's Jonathan Edwards, Coach Edwards with LacrosseGoalieTips.com and LacrosseGoalieUniversity.com. Hope you're having a good time in the start of school, and it's interesting this time of year because people are taking into account what it is they've done over the summer. New school year starts. New goals, new dreams, those sorts of things, which is really, really, really cool. So as I mentioned last week, I've been working on a book, hoping to have that published pretty soon here. It's called An Athlete's Guide to Winning in Sports and Life. You can check it out over at athletespecific.com. And while you're over there, sign up for the newsletter. I've got a free audio for you, and you can check that out. And I hope that when the book is ready that you'll buy one and you'll give it to an athlete in your life, not necessarily a lacrosse goalie, but any athlete in your life who is looking for ways to improve and really make their athletic dreams happen. So, hey, this week, new goalies to welcome from the newsletter from Winter Park, Florida, Potomac, Maryland, Kings Park, New York, Birmingham, Michigan, sweet, and Penfield, New York. Love that the game of lacrosse is growing, and always love hearing, from people in the traditional, neighborhoods like New York, but then Florida, Michigan, Ontario. Those I love those more far out of the way places. So that's pretty cool. Hey, so this week's question comes from a dad. It says, "Dear Coach Edwards, well, the summer's over and my son has played in 2 skills-based camps, 2 showcase events, and 2 tournaments with his club team. Now what? He's a sophomore in high school and has the Division I dream, but he's not sure where he wants to go. What's the next step?" Great question. So first answer is grab a copy of my ebook, which is a guide to lacrosse recruiting. You can find it. I'll put a link below. It's also on the product page on the website. But in that book, you'll find everything that I tell a young goalie. But first and foremost, when I think about this question, the question is retroactive, right? You've done all this work, and now you're wondering if the work was like the right stuff. It's better off being proactive when you pick all these camps. And one of the things that I tell a lot of goalies to do is that you need to take inventory of your game. So while your goalie may have the dream of playing playing lacrosse Division I, are they worthy of being a Division I lacrosse goalie? And so the first step to look is are they the best in their team? Probably in this case. Are they the best in their league? Are they the best in their state? Right? Are they best in their region? Are they one of the best in the country? Now, the only way you find that out is by doing the approach that I did when I was in high school. Like, my goal was to be the best goalie on my team. And when that was done, I wanted to be the best goalie in the league. And when that was done, I wanted to get away from my league and go out into these other areas to test myself against other goalies. So if I went to a skills-based camp, while I was learning lacrosse goalie-specific skills in a multi-position environment, right? There's middies and defense and all that stuff. I wanted to make the all-star team at that event, right? And then I wanted to get around other players, other positions, get around better shooters, challenge myself at that next level. So while you've done all these things, okay, there's a lot of things to come out of it. One, did your goalie find out what it is they need to work on? Right? Now, what's interesting in some of these events, I understand there's no contact between coaches and athletes, college coaches and athletes. But this is where your coach on your team, if you're on a club team, needs to be telling you this is what needs to be worked on. And you need to then take that information and then improve it. One of the worst things I see is when people invest a lot of money in a showcase event and they're just trying to get seen when they have no reason to be seen yet, right? They're just, the idea is not to get seen. The idea is to be seeable, right? You want to be good, so good that you're worthy of being seen. And people flip that around a lot. It's like they're going to these events trying to get seen. No, you've got to be seeable. So start there. You have to be, when it comes to now recruiting from these events and to kind of make it to the next level, you have to be proactive. Just like what I mentioned to Kim in last week's blog post, you know, your goalie has to take the time to know where they want to go to school. Okay. One of the worst things I see is when goalies play what I call the Match.com game, right? Where they put up a recruiting video or they fill out like Lacrosse Recruits Truth or not Lacrosse Recruit, LacrosseRecruits.com. Any of those services, they put up an ad and hope somebody will swipe right and like them, right? A goalie needs to be proactive in where they want to go to school, right? So that's the first step is finding a school that's a good fit. You may come from a small town and want to play at Ohio State and not realize that it's like 60,000 people there, right? So it's like a city. That might not be a good fit for you, right? So just blindly wanting to go to a Division I school is really not the approach you need to take, okay? So keep that in mind. Also, have a plan for your recruiting, right? So yes, you did all these things this summer, but what was the plan? What were you trying to do? Were you trying, did you go to a skills-based camp at a school that you may want to attend? Like when I was growing up, I wanted to go to Cornell. So I went to the Cornell lacrosse camp, learned some of the best stuff I ever learned, and also got on that campus and had a chance to see myself and feel what it was like. Did I like it? Did I want to be there? And those sorts of things. That was one thing. I also went to the Syracuse camp. Why did I go to the Syracuse camp? Well, I wanted to play Division I, and Syracuse was the hot team at the time, so I went to the Syracuse camp. But that probably wasn't the best choice, right? But I did learn that Syracuse wasn't a school that I wanted to go to, right? So no offense to people in Syracuse or people who go to Syracuse, but the point is I went to that camp to get around the coaches, to get around the school, and see if it was going to be the right fit for me as a person, okay? So take inventory of your game. So your goalie did all these great events this summer, but what did they learn? Like, what did you come out of this summer with? What deficiencies does your goalie need to work on? Are they too slow? Is their footwork bad? Is their outlet passing not good? Do they have trouble reading the shooter? Like what is it? Are they good, with time and room shots or shots on the move? Those types of questions you have to take inventory of and decide what it is we need to work on so that we can be a seeable, recruitable lacrosse goalie. Okay, so thanks for the great question this week. If you're, one of the things I recommend to everybody is take advantage of lacrossegoalieuniversity.com. All right, one of the things I've put everything I know as a coach onto that website. And if you want, and also when you are a member, you get a free goalie critique. So you get to send me a video and I will critique it and I will tell you what I think you need to work on. All right, so to take advantage of that, head on over to lacrossegoalieuniversity.com and or you can join right at the link above this video on our website. But I would be happy to have a look and have you in there and coach you like I do many goalies from across the world, which is pretty sweet. All right, so I'm Coach Edwards, lacrossegoalietips.com. If this video helped you, do me a favor, like it, share it, be sure to subscribe on YouTube, and send this to somebody that you know needs it. And if you got a question for me, Coach Edwards, lacrossegoalietips.com. I'll see you soon. Cheers.